So, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube video. We are talking State of Tarkov. There's been a lot of videos going around talking about this. I wanted to give my thoughts, comments, concerns as to what's going on. I know I've been having some frustration with the game lately, stuff like that. What's up, Watson? How's it going, buddy? You hear him falling asleep? All right, that sounds good. No worries, man. I just wanted to do a little video. I know you sent me Clean's take on it earlier today, and I loved it. Very, very good thing. I love that video. Anybody who hasn't seen that video, go on to Clean's channel, type in State of Tarkov. He puts together his thoughts. He's been playing this game a lot longer than I have. I've been playing it for a little about a year and a half. Love the game. Has its ups and downs at the moment. So first thing I wanted to talk about was the event. Right now it's September 23rd. I think the event's been going on for a couple days, but you can go right now onto the flea market. If you look at the different drinks that are offered on the flea market, you'll come to something that looks exactly like vodka. Is not, well, it is vodka. It's a little spiked, you know what I mean. So I'll pop this up on screen real quick. I bought 34 of them today. We're going to be doing vodka roulette this week. Every raid, I'm going to be drinking a bottle of the vodka at the very beginning. Now, this vodka is amazing, gives you tons of buffs. As you can see on the screen, you can get tons of buffs, but you can get some negative side effects too. Still negative 50 hydration, but you have a chance of negative 1,211 to your health regen, which basically means you died. So you can take this 5% chance that you die at the start of the raid. So that will be happening this week. So if you guys are not already following my Twitch channel, make sure you do that. Weird Red Beard over on Twitch. If you guys aren't following the YouTube page, please do that too. Facebook page is kind of inactive at the moment, so don't worry about that. But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on Facebook. I'd appreciate it very much. Now, these vodkas are really cheap. I think they're 16K when I bought them on the market. And you can find them according to the leaks, like in Goshen, anywhere really food spawns. Just check the ingredients on it, and it will be a newly examined item if you find it for the first time. So it's not going to just act like it's vodka. It is a new item in the game. So like I said, I bought 34 of them. I think I spent like 400K total or something like that. And then I also bought a whole bunch of Aquamaries. Got a second case for it. That way I can keep my hydration up, stuff like that. So that's really awesome. So that's going to bring me to my first thing with the State of Tarkov right now. We're going to talk about some positives that are going on in this game. So, positive, in my opinion, they changed the weight system at the beginning of this wipe. Amazing. I love it. Okay, you don't have people walking out really too much with the 76 max kilograms because you're slow as balls and you can't get out. Absolutely love it. One thing that I've found by playing the game is that if I run level 5 armor, the heavy stuff, I get it back. I have had this same Gen 4 HMK body armor since week 2 of the wipe. I have died multiple times with it, but nobody wants to pick it up because it's 13 kilograms. So now it's down to 32 durability out of, I don't even know what the max is on this armor. I think it's pretty high. 65. 65 is the max on the armor. So I've went and repaired it, I think 7 or 8 times. So pretty cool. I like it. So definitely a positive thing to what they're doing. Another positive thing is exactly what we were just talking about. All these events, the dehydration event, the vodka event that we're dealing with right now, putting Rashala in resort was awesome. Like, all those events keep it fresh. That's something great that I hope doesn't go away. I think that's just a big part of this game right now, is keeping things fresh for people, because we're past the 60-day mark of the wipe. Everything's kind of turning meta. Very easy to get your hands on meta gear. Like, I've been playing pretty good, but I haven't been playing an insane amount, and I'm already about where I hovered on Rubal's last wipe. And that's to be expected. I mean, you get better every wipe usually. But it's not me like trying extensively hard to maintain my money or anything like that. I have almost max hideout. It was pretty easy to get there. I'm only level 37 right now, which is really low for me. Usually I will be about level 60 at the end of wipes. With Kappa, that's a whole nother thing. But so that's one positive. Another positive that I really enjoy this game this time around is they upped the flea market. I think the flea market should be incredibly high up there. It makes the beginning game of every single wipe amazing. So with it being at 20, that beginning game lasted forever. I played constantly until I got to level 20. Didn't take terribly long, but everybody else was kind of still lingering at before level 22, which made it so that meta gear kind of stayed out of. You still ran into some people with it, obviously, but it kind of stayed out of the realm. And if you ran meta gear, you were running over almost every single team. But the battles lasted a while, with everybody using garbage ammo and like level 3, level 4 armor. Like, that was great. That was awesome. That was prime Tarkov right there. So that's something positive they did. Absolutely love it. I'm going to put this in the positive category. This also can be a little bit negative too. I am actually okay with how they're developing right now. Everybody has been sitting here complaining about content, lack of content, and I'm in there too. Like, yes, this is going to be on both positive and negative side, but at the positive portion, they aren't just throwing out garbage. Anybody who watches my channel knows that I started streaming Warzone. That's where I started my streaming. I bought a PC, started streaming just to play Warzone, and then Warzone started doing what I call the bullshit ejection of content. All they did, they didn't give a fuck about fixing anything. Just content. Whatever the fuck came out of their mouth went content into the game. And I don't like that. It's not thought out. There's tons of bugs. They're not doing that. Tarkov said, hey, this is what we're bringing to you. This is what we're bringing to you next. And they laid it out for us in a podcast and a patch notes release. And they said, this is what we're doing. You guys don't like it. I don't care. This is exactly what we're sending out. And you don't really get a timeline. It's a beta. Like, we're going to do what we want. We're going to change stuff up in the game. Clean compared it to, like, back in the day, they did this huge drop in how much weight you could carry, and it pissed off so many people. And they changed it back, which is kind of sad to see. I'm glad they're not bending to the will of everybody and releasing Streets of Tarkov early. I'm glad they're not bending to the will of everybody and releasing Lighthouse early. They are taking their time and making sure it works. They're leaking stuff, so get excited about that. If you guys haven't seen it already, go over to the Battlestate Games Twitter. They just released a video of a new mechanism for jamming of guns. They also released pictures of Lighthouse. So if you want to go check those out, please do. That's great that they're doing that. Like I said, a positive thing for me is seeing that they're not just shoving out shit. They're keeping it in and they're refining it until they release it. And yeah, they probably release it with some bugs. Okay? Is what it is, but they're gonna try their best to maintain those bugs. Like, as much as we all get kind of irritated with BSG and Nikita a little bit every once in a while, they do their best. And their team's expanding. So the more support we can get behind the game, the bigger the team will expand, and stuff will start coming out quicker, or it'll start coming out even better quality. Now, you guys have to remember, I know it sounds like I'm just defending BSG. We'll get to the other stuff. But you guys need to remember they're also upgrading the Unity engine, so they can release Unity 19. They're also looking at Inertia. Inertia is going to be part of the next update. Like, that is a big feat. VoIP. That's all stuff that is really not easy to code, takes a long time, and needs to be tested. So if you guys really are complaining about how long it takes them to dev stuff, join their experimental servers. Give them help testing this stuff. It'll come to the main game quicker. And you'll get even a little more new content that you're wanting anyways. So there's my little slap in the face. Get on your shit if you guys are complaining about content stuff. All right. So that's positives. I'm having fun with the game for the most part. there are a lot of negatives right now. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am having issues with the game in terms of desync. I think that's causing a lot of problems for a lot of people. I've seen many videos of people loading into reserve, loading into not shoreline as much. I haven't seen a lot of shoreline videos. It's really just like reserves, customs, interchange, where like people are skipping across their screen. Or I've seen somebody put 4 shots into someone's head and they get headshot, they come out of the raid and none of their shots came out of their gun, even though they put those shots in way before they got killed. So that needs to be fixed. And I don't know if it's a server issue on their side or what's going on, because it's happened to me and I have good internet. I have good fiber internet. There's not any sort of issue with the ping. So I don't know if they need better servers or what needs to happen there, but it would be great if Nikita could kind of take a look at that. Now, I am not as concerned with that one. Yes, it's a negative, but it's a beta. All right? They're still trying to work out bugs on dev stuff. I would rather them put their time into developing the game and not worry as much about the servers. Yes, it sucks when you have a meta kit and you get killed by a little Timmy who's got 7mm buckshot because he shot you in the face. Like, it is what it is. You desync and didn't shoot him 3 times. Oh, you shot him 3 times, but he didn't die. And the bullets never counted. Okay, well, shit happens. It's a beta. Like, you just gotta kind of deal with it. And that's something that I have to work on, obviously, myself, too. Like, I get irritated. Just like anybody who plays this game. So that brings me to another point, too. I really think this is something they need to look at. So, if we had a graph of how kits were working right now in Tarkov, right? It would go 0 to level 20, where you get flea market, and maybe a little past that if you're working on your hideout and not saving your money. If you have money management issues, stuff like that. It basically goes like up, 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 instant peak of meta kits. Because it's not expensive. I mean, slicks are super cheap compared to other wipes. I think they're somewhere around like 300k right now. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I can get a tan slick for 211k right now. Yes, it's 11 out of 80 and I'll have to repair it. So let's say 300k total. I can get a slick. Wipes previous, they were 600k. Like, making a meta kit doesn't seem that difficult anymore because the prices really aren't that bad. Those heavy armors that I run, they're not expensive at all because nobody wants to run them. And that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't pick up tons of loot. I'm okay with running the heavy armor. The loot I'll pick up is off of somebody I killed. That's for the most part. And that's just my choice. If I need money, I'll loot like crazy. Don't get me wrong. But I don't care as much about the money as I do fucking around with my buddies, having fun, and completing quests every once in a while. But I'm here to have fun. So for me, money, whatever. I can get it if I need it. So that's one negative definitely right now, is that the meta kits are so easy to build. Like, I don't sit there and run meta M4s, meta HKs, freaking RPKs. Like, I don't run that stuff. And that's my choice. I'll run good ammo in the shotgun or something like that because I like having fun. I like a challenge. I could easily just run around and spray corners with a Alton Slick on Resort and kill a whole bunch of people. That's just not how I play the game. I'm more, like I tell everybody to call my chat all the time. This is chess, not checkers. Call of Duty is checkers, right? Just super easy, just blast into somebody. This is counter moves, flanks, how to tactically get yourself through a map to stay alive and get kills. That's how I play the game. And that's how Tarkov is meant the game to play. So it goes into my next negative, which I'm hoping will be fixed with the inertia update. But like, one of the negatives, and this is kind of how it's been in general, you run way too quick. And they have talked about how they're reducing the run speed by like half, but you run way too quick in the game, which causes a lot of harder times for people to snipe. Jiggle peeking is just horrid. This is another thing that goes back to those meta kits. If I'm jiggle peeking you around a corner and just peek fire, peek fire, peek fire with a flashlight on, you don't have enough reaction time if you don't have a fully automatic weapon and you're not pre-firing that corner to kill me. I'm gonna win that fight 9 times out of 10. IRL, that's not how shit works. Like, you're either lean peeking that corner slowly. Like, I tend to do that quite a bit, because even jiggle peekers, like, they have to stop every once in a while. It is what it is. You're either doing that or you're technically finding another way of shooting that person. You're not just pushing yourself in the hallway, pulling it back, pushing yourself in the hallway, pulling back. That's not how it works IRL, and they want this to be a military simulator type game. So I'm glad they're aware of that, but it's still negative right now. So if you get somebody who knows how to jiggle peek and is running meta kits, they're pretty good, and it's pretty easy, and they're gonna run through people. Like I said, 9 times out of 10. So, it has its place, and if this game was just a Call of Duty type game, then I would say that's not an issue. But because of what they want to make it, it is definitely an issue right now. So that's definitely a big negative. I think they need to restructure helmets. I think they need to allow face masked helmets to be a little more, not popular, but just like easily accessed, so that head eyes is not like always a super thing. Yes, it's nice if you run around with low grade ammo and you walk into some Chad who's got level 6 slick on and a meta M4 and something. He doesn't know you're there. You're across the hall or something, 50, 60 meters away in the other part of Ollie, and you just tap him through his face. That's awesome. Feels great. But IRL, if he had the ability to find all that stuff and buy all that stuff on the flea market, he has a fucking face mask. Like, I'm sorry, that's just stupid. So I don't think it's a great thing. I think it needs to be a little more popular. I don't think exfil helmets should cost $150K. Like, I'm glad that the face mask isn't costing as much this time around. It's only $15. But I mean, I just sold a exfil helmet this morning that I got out of my scav case for $150K because it's $150K. I don't want to take a $150K helmet. I'd rather spend $30K, $40K on a TC 2002 that's going to give me okay protection. It's still level 4. It's still level 4. Has a high ricochet chance. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's not helping you in a battle, because it doesn't cover that front of your face where everybody's aiming. So, take it or leave it. That's kind of a negative for me. I think they need to work on the helmets. The big negative I want to talk about, and this one gives me a little bit of a headache because I understand why it's happening. I just don't like it. It's the extra campers, the bush Wookiees, the rats, whatever you want to call them. Obviously, Landmark's rat poison is not working in Tarkov right now. Earlier to yesterday, I went to extract interchange with my medikit, and I killed a big chatty boy and had his medikit in my backpack. Went to Emercom, jumped next to the truck, the usual spot I spawn. There was a guy laying next to the tents who must have been a low level with a PPSH. Tickled my toesies. I died with 2 seconds left before my extract. Right there in that spot. I was pissed. I'm not going to lie to anybody. Like, anybody who watched that saw me get super upset. And I had a little bit of a bad day before that and stuff like that. It is what it is. It happens. But that stuff pisses me off. Now, this is the caveat to it. I've thought about it a lot lately. And I can't be mad at him. I don't know what level he was, because I didn't kill him. My buddy killed him. I don't think he ended up figuring out what level he was or anything like that. Because my other two guys I was playing with, they got out of that raid. And actually, this guy's buddy that killed me went and took all my shit and extracted in the time that it took my guys to get there to actually kill the other dude, which was super irritating. They got to my body and all the stuff was gone. So that was irritating. But I can't blame them. If you are a new player and this is your first wipe and you have no idea what's going on in Tarkov and you have a PPSH, I can't blame you for extract camping on interchange, especially because interchange is full of chads. Like there's always a chad on interchange, either trying to kill Killa, which is a little less popular now because they've added the new Killa spawns, or trying to do quests. Like people go in there thick trying to loot Kiba. Like that's just how that map is. I can't blame that guy who's never ever gonna penetrate any armor with a PPSH for shooting me in the feet. I can't. I mean, if he doesn't have the flea market yet, he has no access to any high tier armor or anything like that. And he's laying an extract just waiting for people to come that hopefully he can kill. I can't blame him because in a fair fight, open field fight, even if he's got the drop on me, if I'm wearing a face shield of any kind, that PPSH is not going through. I mean, he's going to hit me with 15, 20 shots before he gets through my armor. So I can't blame him. It's sucky. It feels like shit when it happens to you. But if he's young in the game and doesn't know what he's doing, and this is how he can get kills and get gear to experience the actual game itself and go out and actually try to complete quests and do other things with that gear, I get it. That's one thing, like, that's where the meta kits are negative. If you have new players who come into this game, they have no way of separating themselves from the big Timmy. They're not big Timmys. The chads. There's no way. So they go to ratty tendencies. They hide in bushes. They extract camp to get that done. To get their gear, to get kills, whatever they need. And I get it. Like I said, I'm still going to be upset. It is what it is. I lost like over 1 million rubles worth of gear in a matter of seconds before extracting. So it sucks. But that's the game it is right now. That's Tarkov in general. So I don't care. I get irritated with the extract campers. I feel like BSG needs to do something about that. And they've talked about it on the podcasts, but I haven't seen any progress with it. My opinion on it, 100%, is they just need to add more extracts. That's all. If you have 7 or 8 extracts on a map, no matter where you spawn as a PMC, I don't think it should matter. I think if you spawn next to Emercom, and Emercom is a extract for the map, let him extract to Emercom. I don't think it should matter which side of the map you spawn on, because if you want to run through and you want to exit, go ahead. It's a run through. Who cares? You're not going to get anything found in raid or anything like that. And if you spend 10 minutes, you hit a wall with a PMC in the middle of interchange, and you just want to get out, you killed his buddy and he's got good shit, and you know the map behind you is clear and the map in front of you isn't, fuck, let him go backwards. I don't see a negative side to it. The only negative side that I can see is maybe like if your buddy drops you some gear and shit and you just can go to the extract that's like 20 feet from you and extract so you can take that gear and put it in your stash and then repeat the process. Yeah, okay. But you're gonna get banned for that either way. So, because that's boosting. So I don't really see like I don't see a negative side as long as it's policed, and people aren't gonna extract as much if there's 8 different extracts, and they have like I don't even know what it would be. Say there's 10 extracts, and they have a 10% chance of being at your extract, compared to right now where it's, if you don't have any keys for the middle of interchange to go through the safe door, and you don't have any money or the car's not there at a power station, you have 1 extract. Unless you find a friendly scav, which is few and far in between, my friends. It was good when they did that little um, fence rep event, because scavs were always waiting there for PMCs to come and extract with them so they could get the extra scav karma. But that event's long gone. And I don't really know what the advantages are anymore for keeping your scav karma up. I mean, you won't get shot by scavs. So, because if your scav karma dips down enough, you will start getting shot by scavs. I get that. That makes sense. But, I don't know. My buddy's got max scav karma. He gets out of places for really cheap. Like the car extract on woods. He gets out for 1,500. But I get out for 24. What is the $900 ruble difference there? That doesn't matter to me. It's not a big deal. So, I think that system needs to be worked on. They know that too. I think that it would be very useful if they added a bunch of scav missions. I think that would be a very useful way for them to fix the scav karma issue. And I'm not talking about like kill PMCs on this map with as a scav or anything like that, like they did for the little release where you had to kill 3 PMCs from fence without killing a scav, because that you could have done on your PMC anyways. But I'm talking about like, oh, spawn in as a scav, go pick up this item, extract with it, fence needs it for something, or like fulfilling people's scav cases. So you, Joe Schmo, puts in a scav case with moonshine and it comes back X amount of things later. What if that stuff was grabbed from a pool of items that scavs came out with that they gave to fence? Fence will give them some money for it and it goes into your stuff. Something like that. Like, give us some actual stuff to do as a scav. It's part of the game. You level up your scav. So I think it'd be a cool little thing. Maybe it's XP instead of, so like you as a scav, you go into interchange, go into Idea's office, and you find a graphics card. But you already have 50 graphics cards in your hideout. You don't need it. You extract through your scav, and you give that graphics card to Fence. He gives it to somebody in their scav case, and you get 10,000 XP for your PMC for it. That would be amazing. That would allow people to get to level 71 on their PMC a little quicker. If they want to run a scav. They run a scav, they come out with a fucking GPU, LEDX, and get like 25k XP out of it. Fuck yeah. That'd be awesome. So, those are my thoughts on that. I lost my train of thought. Little sidetrack there. So that's some of the negatives. This video is starting to get pretty long, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, we're at 35 minutes right now. All right. Not terrible. I'll cut it down a bit. But that's about where I'm at. State of Tarkov. I know somebody brought up that in my Discord. If you guys haven't done that already, !Discord. In my Twitch chat will bring that up. We talk about all sorts of things. I post anything that I find Tarkov related in the Tarkov group. We got all their stuff, different games. Great community. They were talking about making meds more scarce, which I could see that being a thing, but I don't think it's something BSG would ever do. The ability to heal yourself while in battle is worthwhile. You are a PMC. You're not just some random Joe Schmo. Like, you would have access to meds, first aid. Like, I, as a civilian in the United States, have 2 first aid kits in my house. Like, I know a lot of people that have first aid kits, so it's not above, like, people having medicine. Like, maybe make the stims a little more rare. I could get that. I get behind that for sure. I think it should be more of, like, a trade-only items and stuff like that. Like, you have to find these 2 things to get a hemostat. Just like you would have to do through level 1 to 20. Because hemostats aren't really around. But they are up for trade. So I think something like that, if they add more trade meds in general, but then you get the flea market and it's all opened up anyways. So it's there's a balance there. I think that more of a balance with the meds would be to extend the use time. I think that if you extend how long it takes to use in a battle, you're not going to get these Apex like battles where people are constantly healing. I mean, I know I do it all the time. I'll shoot at a guy a few times, he'll get one good shot on me. I'll disappear, 50 yards to the right in a bush, heal myself up mad quick, and be back at the fight in 30 seconds. At the very most, if I get really screwed up. Or some of the guys that are a little quicker at it and stuff like that, they just pop Propital. And it just heals them as they're going. Really quick, just Propital injection. Now, I don't think that can be extended at all. Maybe a couple seconds if you like take the cap off and do all sorts of stuff. But if you make those Propitals more rare, trade only items, and don't pop them up on the flea market all the time for super cheap, then it becomes something that somebody might think twice about using. Like the melatonin's that are 90K right now on the market. Not very many people that I watch use them because they're super expensive. They have great advantages, but they're super expensive, and I think that's how it should be. I don't think Propital should be super quick, super easy. So, just my thoughts on that. But anyways, guys, that's kind of my thoughts on the state of Tarkov right now. I have a lot more thoughts, as you guys can see, as I ramble on more and more. So, if you guys want to drop a comment down low, I'll take a look at it and respond to you. Or, like I said, make sure you guys hit up that Discord. I see if I can put a link to it in the description of this video. But I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I'm live on Twitch, usually somewhere around 2 o'clock Monday to Friday, for a couple hours. But that may change. So make sure you guys head over there. Weird Red Beard on Twitch. Hit that follow button and subscribe to Weird Red Beard YouTube channel for more videos. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night.